Bazooka Joe here for yet another unannounced live video. There's going to be a live update just to show you what I'm doing. And there's been a lot of things off camera. I've been setting up this game, finally clipped all the counters. This is Korzun Pocket 2, Little Stalingrad on the Dnieper, designed by Jack Rady to be published by Pacific Rim Publishing. Monster game about the Korzun battle, 1944. And I've clipped all the counters and I've placed them on their order of battle cards. 10 order of battle cards. And you're seeing the order of battle cards that I have on this table, which is usually the table where I film the playthroughs and everything. The game is so big it doesn't fit here. Just to give you an idea, this is 60 by 30, and I was able to fit all 10 Soviet order of battle cards. We have here the forces of the Second Ukrainian Front, and they are in, what do you say, it's like a brown color. We can take a closer look. For example, here we have the Second Ukrainian Front, 5th Guard Army, and you can see there. The counters are nice. They're a matte finish. There's a glare, but it's because of the angle of the light. They're matte counters. And good thing about the order of battles, gives you a good idea of the composition of the forces. So the Soviets have obviously a lot of formations, and they're organized differently than the Germans. The Germans have suffered by this time a reorganization. Each infantry regiment is going to have, I think, 2 battalions, something like that. It's been diluted. And for example, here you see 2 parachute divisions from the Soviets. And you see they have each 3 regiments, 3 battalions each, and then each division has artillery regiment, anti-tank battalion, and engineer battalion. So and you see even closer close-up. But the purpose of this video is not just to show you this. I'll be doing another series of videos of this game. I'll be setting up the game on the map and showing the setup of a particular scenario. And what you see over there is the map, and you see some centimeter plastic cubes. Those don't come with the game. I'm just using them as an aid to set up the game. That's the position of the Soviet forces surrounding the Korzun Pocket. And you see they are organized by color. So this line of red cubes is where a particular division sets up. You have to set up either a unit in that hex or a zone of control. And then these yellow cubes is another division, and so forth. So I'm using them as a guide to help me set up the game. The game includes these situation maps, which you can see here. So here we see the situation of the pocket. So this is going to take some time. I want to set it up and show you the game setup. Here are the 6 German order battle cards with their units on them. The Soviets set up first, so after I set up the units, I will transfer these to this table, and I will be showing the units on the order battle cards, their positions on the situation map, and then on the map. And I'll be doing that video, that setup video, after which I'll be doing a video interviewing the designer Jack Rady. And I may also do an extended example of play video. So it's at least, I think, 3 videos coming up here. Now, I've been working on technical stuff that I hope you will like. So I set up a monitor. I couldn't see your comments before because I had a little iPad. Now I have this monitor, which I can see very clearly. Let me put the situation. We have comments already. And see, we got William McGinnis. Good evening, William. How you doing? See? And New York Raider fan is here also. is in the house. And let's see. The game is bigger than your living room. Oh, it's a big game. And when we think about big games, we think about just the maps, but you have to factor in extra space for these player aids. So you need maybe 2 tables for the map, like I have here, plus another set of tables for the order of battle cards. I usually don't do monster games, but a lot of my subscribers love monster games, and I said, well, yeah, let's do this. You know, it's let's do videos on this monster game. So we'll be continuing with this for a while. We have here Drew Kennewell. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad that the RAF sequence of play cards help. Anything that helps ease the learning curve and enjoy the gaming experience, I like to help out with that. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So you see, I can see your comments clearly. I can respond to them. And this is something, of course, that I want to leave for my subscribers. The reason that I want to do more live videos is twofold. I like to do videos on how games work. So I do a lot of playthrough videos. Recently, I did a video on this game that you see over there, Malta Besieged. And that was a live playthrough video. But the idea is so that you can see how the game is played. Now, the downside of live videos that they're not edited. So you're playing in real time. They take more time. So the upside of live videos is that you can participate. You can participate with your comments, but also I could have guests in the broadcast. That's the great thing about having using StreamYard. You see, I can click these screens here, have the guest come in and come out, and you know, we can show the game being played. We can show a mechanic. Some of you are really good at particular games. I particularly suck at all games because I do videos of games, so I don't have time to be really good at any game. And even though I've played Twilight Struggle with my older son like 20 times, I still lose as the Americans. I must be like the worst American player. So my goal is not to be an expert on any game, but to show how the game plays. And that's why I like to do the extended example of play videos. And those, I think you can appreciate. And we have also here, we have DMJ 284. You missed the intro. No, this is Corzun Pocket 2, designed by Jack Rady, a game to be published by Pacific Rim Publishing. And don't worry, later you can backtrack and see the intro. And I'm going to play the intro of the game, of this particular game. I have a piano here. That's where I do the music for the videos. It has a multi-track sequencer. So see, the hobby for me combines, it's a lot of filmmaking, editing, music, and also, of course, the war games. So I have a lot of fun because I feel like Steven Spielberg with a $20 budget just for the beers, nothing else. And so I want to get to do more live videos. And the idea of the live videos is, first, they're very popular these days, but I don't want to do the kind of live video that I'm just sitting on my desk and talking, because that's not my forte. I think I can contribute if we show a game being played, and I could have a designer. I could have one of you guys, suppose you're interested in a particular game, I'll do a video on that game. With StreamYard, you can have up to 10 people, but 10 people is a crowd. We can have 1, 2, 3 people, and we're playing 2 or 3 turns, and having fun with the game, showing how the game is played. I could show an extended example of play live. That may work. The good thing about this particular setup that I have is that you won't see my hands a lot. For example, here I can zoom in, zoom out, and here I can freeze the action, and then I unfreeze. And the good thing about freezing is that, for example, let's say we're going to move this unit here, right? So instead of you seeing me do this, which is kind of gross because you see my hands and I don't have money for a manicure and anything, what I'll do is just freeze the unit, move it, unfreeze, and it looks like it moved. Then I can freeze and move it back to the place that it was there. And I can do the same thing on the map. So it has like the effect of an edited video, but it's not an edited video. Okay, so we have here, let me see. Yep, thanks again for the sequence of play cards. I'm glad that's helpful. So the idea is to keep the philosophy of the channel, that is to make videos that are useful, that you can see 3 years from now. And even though it's going to be a live video, it's going to show how the game plays. And if the viewers like the game, they'll purchase it. And if they don't like the game, well, we just save them $80 or maybe 120 by the way inflation's going. So games are getting more expensive. So, I mean, you want to learn as much about a game as you want before pulling the trigger on the game. And I completely understand that. That's why I like to show the game for what it is, how it plays. And if you like it, fine. And if you don't like it, it's also fine. So that's the philosophy of the channel. And I want to do more videos for another reason also. I have a lot of viewers in Spain, and I have very little time because, of course, I have my day job. And I can't do one video in English, one in Spanish, but doing them live, I could also do videos in Spanish live, and also to that would be helpful for my Spanish viewers. I go every year to the Bellota Con in Badajoz, Spain, which is really great. And we have here in the house Eric from Eric's Table, Napoleon. Oh, Napoleon greets you. Let me see if I can find him around here. He's somewhere in the room there. The Emperor is in the house too. You see him over there? There he is. There he is. So we got Eric, and this is just a short update video. So after I finish with these two monsters, the videos, a series of videos on Korzun Pocket, A Most Fearful Sacrifice, then I'm going to be showing you smaller games. Now, smaller games, of course, have an advantage over larger games in that they televise better. You don't have huge stacks. You don't have hundreds of counters. You don't have these huge maps that are harder to make a playthrough video. And I'm not saying that I don't like larger games. It's that there's that limitation. So I'm going to do smaller games, and that's why I want to do a playthrough on Santander 37. I already did a couple of live videos on that game. That's a Spanish Civil War game of the war in the Santander area, the northern part of Spain that the nationalists had to eliminate first before going to the main front. And I received recently the optional naval counter. So I'm going to play with the optional naval rules there, so which are kind of interesting. I find myself gravitating without noticing to Javier Romero games. Javier Romero designed Spanish, that game Santander. I did a playthrough on the War of Turkish Liberation. And he's also designed one which I would like also maybe to play a couple of turns, Balkans 44, which is fairly recent. So, yeah. So that's what's coming up. Thank you, Eric. It's my pleasure. My pleasure always. Santander, I know, New York Raider fan. You picked that one up too. So, hey, who knows? Maybe you could be a guest in a video where we talk about Santander. There's something, a lot of... any plans for EA Kharkov? I don't have that one. No, I know it's a Butterfield game. I have some of his games. That one I don't have. So no, I don't have any plans for that. But the idea is that we can have, for example, show some mechanics on a game. And I want to start small because there's a lot of things going up on the technical side that I have to get used to. But I want to start small, but it's always showing the game for what it is and having the viewers. It doesn't have to be always the designers or YouTubers. It could be just regular subscribers. You know, if you have a nice microphone and a decent computer camera, that's good enough for me. So let's see here. You love the Avalon Hill games? Me too. I'm kind of old school. Avalon Hill, when I was growing up, I had this fixation that if it didn't have a mounted map, I wasn't interested. Obviously, I matured and mounted maps are not mandatory for me, but that's why I had a lot of Avalon Hill games. And that's why you see a lot of them repeated, like Upfront, which is one of my favorites. I also played Tobruk, Turning Point, Stalingrad, a bunch of those. Always nice to see. So this is what I intend to do, and I would love to have your feedback. And what kind of, think about in a live setting with a particular game, what kind of live video can be done? Of course, I'm going to try to make it as interesting as possible with all these gimmicks here with the zoom in, zoom out, the frozen camera and everything. But if it's live, it has to have interaction with the viewer. And I think we can have it at two levels. You can have it like we're having it now, which is with your comments. And by the way, you can see them. I can see your comments there, you see? So I can read them easily. So this is a huge improvement. And the other interaction is by having a guest. Because there's always, everybody knows more about probably the game that I'm showing than a lot of people than just myself. So what is my favorite game? Well, I think Upfront of the old games is my favorite game, because I have a lot of good memories playing with my brothers and everybody that game. But I really don't have a favorite game. My philosophy is I do videos on games that I'm interested in. If I'm not interested in a game, why do I want to do a video on a game? And I've done a couple of videos, games that I'm not interested in, and if you look closely, you can probably smell that I'm not interested in the game. You can notice it. Okay. Thank you. We have here LBW Strategy Gaming. And the great thing about the comments, I can respond. And yes, SPI. I discovered SPI games later in life, and I really appreciate them. I like their philosophy. And I think they've been very influential. I love those old maps with 5 colors too. So I have a bunch of SPI games. I even have those ugly flat boxes. You can see them over there. I have a bunch of those. So, and I always like to do videos on old games. I let everybody show the unboxing of the newest game. I don't have a problem with that. But I like to do videos on old games. So I have there Invasion America is one that I'll probably do a video sometime. So that's something that I'm interested in doing. I like the old games, give them some fresh air. Some games were underappreciated when they came out, like Origins of World War II, stuff like that. So, and let's see here. Discord, yes, Discord is a great forum to do that. Yes. Discord, that it has that advantage. We can have a lot of people chatting. Now, this StreamYard, for some reason, I don't know, they have 2 plans. Right now, I'm in the $20 plan, which is 720p, even though this particular broadcast is 1080p because I'm taking the 10-day free trial for 1080p. But you can have up to 6 people in StreamYard, a $20 plan. If you pay the $40 a month plan, you get 1080p and you can have up to 10 people. So that's something to consider. I don't know. The 1080p is nice. It's nice, but it doesn't have to be 4K. Come on, it's cardboard, for Christ's sake. It's I don't think we need 4K video to show cardboard. But that's the 2 options. And we have Dan Miller. You are welcome, Dan. Churchill, yes. And that's something, you see, that's a useful video I did in 2014. And if you want, like if you're interested in a game like Churchill today, that video is still relevant, which I think it's I think it's a concept that people appreciate it. And that particular video is the extended example of playing Churchill. I played Churchill once, and I probably suck playing Churchill. So if I play by myself, I'm going to have made a bunch of mistakes. But by doing the extended example of play found in the rule book, I can't commit mistakes, and it's actually helpful. I think the other one, which was Triumph and Tragedy, is one of also the more popular ones that people like a lot, even though I don't like the game that much. I don't say it loud. Block games, it's still a block game, but I did the extended example of play, and people still find it helpful. That's the whole purpose of doing the videos. So let's see here. We have LBW. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So this is just a short update video, and we have 18 people following. I appreciate it. This is an impromptu video. There will come a day where I will announce these videos, the live videos. I'm feeling more comfortable with this. And for now, what I'll do is I will leave you guys with the intro for this game, which is Korzun Pocket 2, Little Stalingrad on the Dnieper. And I want to thank each and every one of you. And those of you who were not around when this impromptu video came out and you were watching the recorded version, if you have any good ideas that you think may work, just leave them in the description. And if any of you want to contact me via email, it's stukajoe@gmail.com. It's as simple as that. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next one. So as I always say, this is Stuka Joe signing off for now. Thanks for watching.